Michael so much for dancing behind the scenes.
Dude, I broke you this time.
Yeah,
I broke you this time.
You did. Well, welcome to From My Mother's Basement, the show where we talk about anything we want nerd related. Anime, manga, sci-fi, comics, tech, toys, you name it. I'm Jason.
And I am Michael. The Boogeyman.
The Boogeyman. So how you doing, Michael?
I'm doing all right, man. I'm doing all right. Some interesting bits and pieces discovered during the week, and we'll get to some of those during the show.
Okay, all right. It's been kind of an interesting week so far. Having had my car die on me, sadly. It sucked. But I kind of actually, let me rephrase that. It died on me for a little bit.
If the fan gets too loud, tell me. I'll turn it down.
Okay. My car died for a little bit, but I've kind of fixed it.
Yeah.
I can now successfully say that I can now start my car by hitting it with a hammer.
We're going to change its name to the Millennium Chicken. Han Solo walks in.
Oh,
yeah, don't think I won't do it.
I know.
Your car will be the new YT2200, dude.
Hey, I've already shown, like today I had to run an errand, so I started the car up. And I had to go drop off a check at the bank. And unfortunately, the drive-through ATM, because I was hoping to go for that, was broken. So I had to actually park the car and turn it off because it was like 30 feet away from the walk-up ATM. And just imagine the people around me where I'm walking back to my car, opening up the hood, going in the back of my car, grabbing a mini sledgehammer, and BAM! On my car. And then it starts.
Yeah. Starters, when the starters go...
Welcome to This Week in Hickville.
Well, it's the Tapper Brothers, the car show, Car Talk.
Car Talk. It's over. They're not going to do Car Talk anymore. They're retired.
Yeah, I heard.
Oh,
that's sad.
They're still going to show or play reruns.
Do Rusty's commercials, Speaking of Disney.
Why not? You want to start with that story?
No, go with the other thing we're going to start with first.
All right. So... a lot of you guys have been, if you've been catching up on the news, especially in the comic book world, it's been announced that Joss Whedon was assigned to come back to direct Avengers 2. Awesome news. There is a little bit more information beyond that. What are you doing, Michael?
Oh, sorry. I realized I've been giving Powerade free promotion, so
okay.
I'm not going to do it anymore. So I figured I'd, remove the label. This knife's too big. Let me try a different one. There we go.
There you go.
Go on. Sorry.
So, Joss Whedon announced to direct Avengers 2. Not a big surprise, but a lot of fans were like, all right, this is going to be cool. There's a little more detail beyond that. According to Marvel, Whedon actually signed an exclusive 3-year contract to work for Marvel. Now, Michael and I were talking about this earlier, and he brought up a very good point, which meant, damn it, so much for the return of Firefly for at least the next 3 years.
Not necessarily. Although, there is, if he's smart, because he's got the pull to do it, he could make, if Firefly, who published the Firefly comic?
That's true.
I don't know if it was Marvel or not, but if it was Marvel, or even if it wasn't Marvel, they could offer it to Marvel.
They could. They easily could.
That's, of course, bringing back Firefly has its own issues, with Wash Dead and Reverend Book Dead. And...
easy fix for that. It's called alternate retelling, alternate universe.
Retcon?
But yeah, so Whedon has a 3-year contract with Marvel. The thing about this, though, is that it ties in almost everything about Marvel, about at least the cinematic part of it. So he's going to have, obviously, ties to Captain America 2, Thor 2, also another one called Guardians of the Galaxy. If you're actually a comic fan, you know where that's going to be going. Probably with the tie-in for Avengers 2, you're going to see a lot more cosmic stuff in all the Marvel movies, which could be a bad thing or could not be a bad thing. It all depends on your take on how much you like Thor, and hopefully they don't go so far into the cosmic styling that they end up being, bit in the ass by it, same like Green Lantern was.
Well, yeah, but at the same time, though, I mean, they already teased Thanatos at us.
Well, yes, I mean that's going to be the villain.
So you're going to get some of that. Though I think what's awesome though is if this opens up the entire bevy of Marvel, there are a couple obscure titles I would love to see made into movies. Specifically, one called Damage Control. Did you ever read Damage Control?
If I'm not mistaken, and forgive me, correct me if I'm wrong. It's about a regular cop trying to. No, I'm thinking of a different comic. Sorry.
Damage Control is about. It's kind of like a slice of lifer. And this is what the TV show would be awesome as, given the things you and I were talking about earlier. Damage Control was a 6-shot series where they basically, superheroes, they tangle with aliens, supervillains, and these guys trash cities. I mean, they're tearing down buildings, knocking down landmarks, the whole 9 yards. Who cleans up the damn mess? Well, the idea is there's a company called Damage Control that's essentially superhero insurance. And they start off one scene where Spider-Man gets in a big ass fight with I think it's Doc Ock, and they trash this main center of town, and it's all done. Doc Ock's all bound, he's being hauled off, and Spidey looks at the Damage Control rep, hands him his membership card, and takes his card, and he's like, okay, thanks, see, I'm out, and then the Damage Control team comes and cleans it all up. The story of the comic was also kind of a playful jab at DC Comics at one point, because at the end of it, well, in the storyline for that one was that this company, Damage Control, gets bought out by a conglomerate. I want to say who's the Marvel equivalent of Lex Luthor?
Tony Stark?
No, it wasn't Stark. Bad guy.
Oh, bad guy. I'm drawing a blank. Chat room, help us out here.
Yeah, well, there was some character that bought them all out and was trying to basically use them as for the wrong way, and they ended up buying themselves back. They put them in this big, they went from this corner, the Flatiron building is where they used to be, and they moved to this big building that was shaped like a Damage Control. It had the D and the C, and they're like, and then they end up fighting to get their company back. And like the last page, they're like, and they move back to the Flatiron building, and they're like, so what do we do with that other building? It's like, I don't know, some struggling hole-in-the-wall comics company. I sold it to them.
That sounds like fun. That'd be cool if they actually,
That would be a badass TV series.
Well, speaking of with the TV series, is that there's going to be a TV series in the Marvel Universe that Whedon's going to at least executive produce, if not direct. A lot of rumors are stating it's going to be it's going to focus on S.H.I.E.L.D. members without the superheroes. So how do normal humans react? Kind of like what you were talking about with the comic, but instead of being people who clean up the mess, most likely people who are trying to rein in the superheroes. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with that.
Feel sorry for Hulk's handler.
On a side note, there actually is a bit of a rumor going around for the...
I said latte smash!
But
this is clearly cappuccino.
Next time when Starbucks goes awry. No.
There you go.
But there's a rumor of the villain's going to appear after that.
Starbucks. Sorry.
Marvel has actually been trying to get in a deal with Fox to get the rights back to Galactus.
Is that why? What is it? Oh wait. So Fox are the ones who did Fantastic Four. So getting Galactus back, well, depending on how long the contract is, that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Galactus. Oh, that's one of those characters that I really didn't get.
Really?
Well, no. I mean, you got a guy who's. I mean, I saw him in one episode where Silver Surfer comes up to talk, and he's literally just standing there in space, leaning on one planet while munching on another. And it's, how do you deal with that?
Simple. You bring in the Goku and the rest of the Dragon Ball Z characters, and they go.
Yeah. Great. Kira Toriyama, signed by Marvel. Wonderful.
Oh, that'd be horrible.
I don't know. It could be kind of awesome.
Hey, I'm just looking forward to Toriyama's...
Hulk's power's over 9,000!
Hulk versus Goku. That would be interesting.
That'd be kind of awesome, actually. Frieza versus Goku. Oh no, Majin Buu.
Majin Buu.
Majin Buu versus Hulk.
I'm sure there's some fanfic out there that already has done this.
If not, there will be.
Yeah, there will be. Thank you, Internet. The final thing about Wheaton's bit is that he's already setting up what's going to happen beyond Avengers 2. So even though his contract is only for 3 years, he might have a lasting effect on the entire Marvel Universe, at least in the cinematic sense, that, who knows, maybe blend over or merge over to the comic book sense.
Well, something else you got to keep in mind also is 3 years, well, it sounds like a long time. In Hollywood, it can take that long to make a movie. Usually the turnaround nowadays is 1.5 years, so that's maybe a 2-picture deal. So I'd like to see what all he's been contracted to do. If he's contracted to shape the universe, then I could see this clearly going longer than 3 years and potentially pretty awesome.
I'm just waiting that regardless of whatever movie he's directing or however this TV show works out, I want a cameo by Captain Hammer somewhere in there. Just start throwing bits of Dr. Horrible into the TV
That would
series.
be pretty badass. That would be pretty awesome. And yes, he had sex.
What does the hammer stand for again? No.
I'm not going there.
Damn it. All right. So that'd be cool.
When a mommy superhero and a daddy superhero love each other very much.
They go out and kill a super
They go out
villain.
and they hammer. Sorry.
You're reminding me of the NSFW show's latest endeavor.
I haven't been watching that.
A few weeks ago, of course, I'm going on a side quest.
Welcome to the show. Next.
Yeah. A few weeks ago, they had their chat room, all their chat room viewers get together and write a parody book of 50 Shades of Grey.
Oh, God.
And they called it the Diamond Club, based on, of course, the group. And they threw it on iTunes, and it got to friggin' number 4. Right behind the 50 Shades trilogy.
That's kind of awesome.
And they've made, I think, when they announced it on the last show, which was less than a week, they already made over $12,000 on it. Which they've already stated that all the funds to this is either going to go back to the people who wrote the chapters, because the thing was that each viewer wrote a chapter, but didn't read anything else.
So that was the kind of Thieves World in it. Okay.
But the whole thing about it, besides,
but I really want to claim that ass.
I want to hear Gilbert Gottfried read from the Diamond Club.
Diamond Club, read by Gilbert Gottfried.
Oh, that would be insane. But $12,000, so they're going to give a little bit back to the people who actually wrote the individual chapters. But the majority of the funds, they were only expecting maybe 1,000 or 2.
Right.
They're going to throw a huge ass party at Dragon Con this year.
Nice.
With $12,000, you could do some damage.
Where's our tickets? We need to go. Where's our press passes? I want to go.
I would love to go to Dragon Con.
We need to be going.
Yes, we do. If not this year, then definitely next year.
We need a Kickstarter for Dragon. No, I'm kidding.
Let me get started on that right now. Sorry, you keep on going with the show.
Yeah, right.
All right.
Let's move forward.
And back on track, if we ever were.
Track? Really? Train. You want to talk about Nightwing first?
Yeah, let's talk about Nightwing.
Okay, bring up the Nightwing picks.
I'm pissed about this because it could have been so cool.
There's nothing that says it won't be, because now that it's hit the interwebs, enough people complain, or enough fans get rabid, Warner Brothers will turn around and go, hey, maybe that wasn't such a bad idea.
True. But I mean, so you want to give a little backstory on this while I bring this up?
I'll let you do that one, because you've read it more than I have.
Okay. So a couple years ago, the director of the extremely popular Legend of Korra series, and of course one of the artists as well, decided to create several designs about a possible Nightwing cartoon. And let me go and bring these up.
And for those few of you who don't know who Nightwing was, Nightwing is Dick Grayson from Batman, the original Robin, as an adult.
Yeah.
When he leaves Batman, that's when Batman goes on and gets the new kid. And in the comic series, the second kid got killed by Joker in Killing Joke. And then he's got the new one. But Dick Grayson, the original Robin, went on to become Nightwing.
Now, the crazy thing about this is that Cartoon Network saw these images, and here's the next one. These are off of the io9.com website. Here's Dick Grayson outside. He kind of looks like a character from Death Note, if you ask me, in this picture.
He definitely has a very, very, no, I'd say that with that art style. Who is it? Production IG who did Gits?
Yes.
Yeah, it looks very Production IG.
It's quite
especially with that lighting, that 2.5D.
Otaku Update in the chat says it looks like Bruce Lee.
Kinda,
yeah. Cartoon Network saw these things and decided, you know what? Instead of this, we're going to go with Young Justice instead. And a lot of people were pissed. Especially the fact when... Is it this next one? No. So here's some more shots of Nightwing, more active. Here's the next picture is the cool part. That would have been so awesome. He would have partnered with Raven.
What?
Yeah. I mean,
as long as it's Raven grown up, because if it's not Raven grown up, then I can't comment because of pedo. But
how freaking
if it's grown
awesome
up Raven, hell yeah,
would this have been?
Would have been pretty badass, actually. Although I'm not so sure on the character designs for Raven. I'd like to see her in her actual I'm going to go kick ass garb, but
sure, they haven't released those pictures yet. These are only a few, and I'm sure.
And Teen Titans is pretty bad. I mean, Teen Titans itself, I really liked.
Mm-hmm.
I loved not just because of the anime influence, but they actually had good stories in that show, and Raven was my favorite character.
Yeah. That's one of the shows I actually did watch pretty religiously.
Oh yeah. In fact, did they ever reveal who Slade was?
I don't remember.
Was it? Because I've heard a couple of rumors. I've heard one that it was Grayson. I've heard another that it was an adult version of Robin gone back in time.
It could. I have no idea.
And it was basically trying to forge him to become who he became.
Actually, let me see if there's any more pictures. No, there's not. I just checked his DeviantArt page. He only has those 4 pictures up. Damn.
Oh, wait a minute. You pulled that? Those are on DevArt?
Yeah.
Dude,
the director and one of the artists for Legend of Korra. Yeah, here, let me.
Book a kitty up. You don't have to do it now.
I'll even put it up in the chat so people can check it out. He has some other cool stuff on there. That he's done stuff from, of course, obviously some Korra stuff. Chitara, really interesting. Anyways, we're getting off track. So,
Chitara's never off track. Are you kidding me? It's fucking Chitara. Hell yeah.
But yeah, so he was posting up all these pictures of a canned show from Cartoon Network. It would have been awesome. Instead, they went with Young Justice, which I personally have not seen yet. If anybody has seen it, let me know if it's any good or not.
It's I've seen some of it. I would like to see more because I think the potential for storytelling is really good there. Mm-hmm. The thing with Young Justice is it's a bunch of it's kind of like Teen Titans, except they pull from more characters, and you've got Superboy in there as well. Mm-hmm. But it's more like they're all angsty. They're all angsty emo, not looking emo, but I mean acting emo. Yeah. It's teen angst, and while there's it's not quite that bad, okay. But it's the episode I saw involved the one chick who can scale her size up and down. BB Boobs, Wonder Woman's little sister. Sorry, back in the day, back in the Linda Carter days of Wonder Woman. My stepmother, because I was a kid back then, my stepmother used to refer to Wonder Woman as Bullet Boobs. And then they had the thing when they had Deborah Winger as her little sister. Mm-hmm. So she became BB Boobs.
Okay.
I got in trouble in 4th grade for saying that. But we'll get into that another time.
Right.
So it was one of the episodes with BB Boobs in it and a couple other people. And it was all very, oh, nobody accepts me. I'm angsty. I'm going to go on my own, and I'm going to do it this way, and I'm going to get caught. Of course you're going to get caught.
Of course.
But the animation's good. The writing's decent. Okay. I'd like to see more.
Gotcha. All right. Shall we move on?
Yes. The award for the world's coolest dad goes to... Do you have the video up?
I do.
Okay, you can fire it up. So basically what happened is there's this kid who got one of those Power Wheels Lightning McQueen cars. Yes, I know, we're back to being sponsored by Disney. Get used to it. Anyway, so the thing is these things come with really crappy plastic wheels that wear out really quick. And they go, 2 miles an hour, if that? and they run on this crappy ass battery. So the kid who had this, his dad happens to work for an auto shop. So when the wheels broke, the dad got creative. He replaced the engine, or he redid the frame. So he gave it an actual honest-to-God aluminum frame. He replaced the tires with rubber off-road tires, put a 0.8 horsepower electric motor in it, and wet-dry cells. And the kid this thing hauls ass.
He can drive pretty well.
All the little kids you want a kid who should grow up to be a racer, it's this kid. Yeah. But show the video. This thing is awesome.
All right. How freaking awesome is that?
Coolest dad ever.
He started drifting a little bit there too.
Yeah, he did. He did start to drift a little bit. I by the way, it was a 0.66 motor, not a 0.8. I'm sorry, I was wrong. But still, I mean, that was just, I saw that and I'm like, oh, we have to talk about this.
Oh yeah.
We totally have to talk about this. Yeah, so
I just love the fact that they put the freaking car on the dyno.
Oh yeah. Little car. Oh man. And you know that kid's gonna grow up to be a racer or a karter or something.
Something, especially the fact that he was there. You saw in the photos, step by step, helping out with it.
He's the one doing the mods. Well, that was awesome.
Yes. Well, should we talk about another mod that's actually available out there?
You want to talk about the mod or the new can tech?
Let's talk about the can tech first, and then we'll get to the gun mod.
The gun mod. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Laser tag gun. Yes.
So there's a new energy drink that came out recently. Like this week it released. And I remember back in the day, you and Brian used to do the old, taste an energy drink thing, but I couldn't send you one of these. I'm sorry.
We should start it up on this show.
Yeah. Anyway, so there's a new energy drink that came out, and the fact that it's an energy drink isn't what's so special about it. What's special about it is the can. These cans are self-chilling. They came out this week, and I had to work, so Nikki was kind enough to go pick a couple up. And I have one right here. I actually have a couple of them here. The way it works is in here is a cooling cylinder. In fact, let me show you here. Inside the can, so it comes like this, right? But inside the can is this giant white butt plug looking thing that is actually a heat exchanger. So what it is inside here is a bunch of activated carbon, and there's a button on the top, and this thing is filled with compressed CO2 gas. When you press the button, it locks, kind of like a room fogger, which is kind of a disturbing thought. And it lets out all the CO2. In the process of letting out the CO2, there's a, I don't understand all the science in it, it does a heat exchange process, which cools the can by as much as 30 degrees in 3 minutes. So
interesting.
I figured, hey, this is pretty badass. And actually, the bottle still holds 300 milliliters. Surprisingly, someone's commenting in the chat room that it's more can than bottle, and yeah, you're getting more can than that, or more of the stuff than you would normally have. Less space for the liquid, but I figured I'd fire one up on the air here. So let you listen to the hiss here. Ready? I just said that.
That's really loud.
Right by the microphone. That's why.
No, that's not conspicuous at all. See if you open up one of those, like say on a bus, or if you're in the middle of a crowd.
An airplane.
You would clean and get it on the airplane.
Yeah, no, they wouldn't let you on the plane with this. So it's letting out all its little gas, and you can CO2 is kicking out there.
Well, while that CO2 is going out, how much does a can actually cost?
I don't remember.
Hey, that's just like, that's classic nerdom. We talk about the tech and how cool it is, but screw the price.
But this thing is starting. I mean, it doesn't get to the point where it gets frosty or anything. Although I'm sure if they, I'm not sure how much CO2 volume wise is in here. But yeah, you just let it do its thing, and then over 3 minutes it gets chilly. Now I'll taste it again on the air, but once it's cooled off. But basically, someone asked me what it tastes like. My initial response was it tastes like ass. Not
why
really.
would one drink this?
It doesn't actually taste like ass. What it tastes like is, and it wasn't $12. It's filter it, make a drum sample. Hey now. I want to say it was like $1.50, maybe $2. I mean,
it's about the same price of your standard double-sized Monster or any
right,
other.
But you only get half the liquid because it's in a large size can. I mean, if you look at the can size, it's a tall can.
Right.
So you're only getting, you're not getting a double-sized Monster amount of liquid. But
so I'm paying for single amount with a cooling feature.
It's the cooling feature you're paying for.
Okay.
It's the idea that you can take these out to, say, the desert, and or go backpacking or whatever, and wherever you go, it cools it automatically. The idea is you don't have to fill an ice chest full of ice. Now, that's a great idea if it were something other than just an energy drink. Now, I know that people like you live on energy drinks.
I have no idea what you're talking about. This episode brought to you by Balls. No.
Yeah. Me, on the other hand, I'm too old to be doing that shit all the time. So I can drink it every now and then. But, I mean, there was one time at Expo where I went through, 6 bottles of Balls in one day and my heart went into palpitations?
I remember that. I walked by and you smacked me upside the head for giving you so much.
Yeah, I was not happy. I mean, it wasn't like literally palpitations, but there was some flutter in there. But so this thing's starting to get cold here. So
okay.
But it tastes like kind of a mix between your standard Red Bull and I don't know how many of you are old enough to remember a vitamin company called Shaklee, Shaklee. They used to make they're kind of like the vitamin version of Amway.
Okay.
It was a home business thing people could sell. My stepbrother's grandmother used to sell them.
Okay.
And they had this liquid vitamin supplement that you could get. And it tastes like a mix between that and Red Bull.
Okay.
It's okay. It's not horrible. I'll save a can for you if you want, or you can, right now there's only 2 places you can get them. There's Chevron Station in Calabasas on Las Virgenes Road. It's a Shell/Chevron station, and right in that area. And then there's some place in Pasadena that has them.
So this is a very early, just test mode.
Oh yeah, it literally. I mean, it just came out. They started selling them. The Pasadena store was apparently having some big ass party over it. Nikki went and they gave her the hat, 3 little promo bags, and a whole bunch of crap.
Free stuff.
Hey, black hat, I'm cool. But it's a neat concept. The thing is, the cans, the recycling, they have to set up special recycler cans for them. Now, because the thing is, what they can do is they can crack open the can, take out that heat exchanger unit, basically remove the glue, refill it with CO2, and it's ready to go again. Now, so that's one of the cool things about the tech is it's not just one use.
So it is technically reusable.
Yeah, it's green in the sense that you can refill it with CO2 and reuse it.
Okay. Now I'm wondering, I know it's gonna be a while before this becomes standard and they start improving upon the tech. Now I wonder if they're gonna start.
Tastes great. No, I'm kidding.
I'm waiting.
For
the reverse option.
I'm thinking of a better way to describe it. Buy yourself a package of Sweet Tarts.
Okay.
Put about 6 of them in your mouth. And chomp on them all at once.
You have fun with that. Okay.
You know that feeling you get in the back of your mouth? That's what this tastes like.
Oh, okay.
So it's not horrible, but it definitely, when it first hits you, it's like, whoa.
QBN Jackson in the chat goes, you ever drink Four Loko? Nope, never did, never wanted to. Besides, I can do that a hell of a lot better with drinks that I can make myself.
Is that what's Four Loko? Oh, that's the alcoholic energy drink. So you're wake drunk.
Yeah,
I've heard about it.
Yeah, no, never tried it. I have much better stuff that I can have here at home. So, I still remember when Red Bull first came out. I was a big fan of the Red Bull vodka drinks. I was kind of stupid.
I never really got into that. I like Monster, the standard flavor,
but not the low calorie one, right?
Just the plain calorie one just phones on me because of stomach issues.
Gotcha.
Regular Monster, I like a lot. I because I'm 45 and have family history of heart trouble, I can't exactly drink these things all the time.
Okay, I can see that. Yeah.
Not to mention I don't like having my teeth dissolve. So.
Okay, fine. I guess you want to be like that. All right. What should we talk about next? Should we jump into the hacking the laser tag gun, or should we talk about?
I was just still drilling over Chitara. Sorry. Seriously. Let's go with the laser tag gun.
Focus, man. Focus.
Focus.
We don't focus on the show. What are we talking about?
I'm sorry. Were we talking about something?
So let's talk about hacking a laser tag gun. Awesome idea. Bunch of people at the level 1 hackerspace decided for Maker Faire Detroit 2012, they wanted to do something a little bit with some laser tag weapons you can buy in the store. They were kind of cool, and they decided to modify them, and then they started realizing we could reverse engineer this and then make our own that'll work with the laser tag program. And they decided to make this. How awesome is that? So the cool thing about it's obviously running a bunch of infrared LEDs at the front.
Is it IR LEDs or is laser diodes?
IR.
Well, they make IR. DVD lasers are IR.
Oh, you're right. All it says is IR LEDs.
Okay.
And the whole thing about it that they reverse engineered the program that apparently the Wowie Light Strike. I've never heard of this type of laser tag gun before.
Mm-hmm.
But they were able to reverse engineer that, add their own features into it, and then they decided to expand upon this because a certain pattern of flashes and whatnot could actually mean different things. Okay, if you have the certain type of pattern, maybe you threw a grenade and it would hit everything around it. If you hit this certain pattern, that you can shot a sniper shot or something like that.
Right. Well, that's standard.
They could start expanding upon this. So he may be able to create a health function to make, a medi gun, or build a gun with a larger magazine, or a laser minigun that you can deploy somewhere that you can remote control. I mean, so the possibilities.
Laser live action version of Team Fortress 2.
Yeah.
That's kind of awesome, actually.
The red spy is in the base now.
And it's done.
And you say you can't handle energy drinks.
Half a can.
Okay, I can see that then. So the fact that you can create all these different type of weapons, now that they've actually reverse engineered the entire program, I'm waiting for someone to come with a full kit where you can have a medic, you can have a sniper, you can have a soldier, and just go to town in a store parking lot or a park somewhere and whatnot, and just have fun with that.
I think it would be awesome. There's a couple problems with that, but especially I like the sniper idea because that's what I'm usually good at. But there's a problem with that, and that is doing it in public at random events.
Mm-hmm.
You run into a potential issue of something, and one of the reasons that the laser tag guns went away for a long time. Excuse me, and that's the other reason I don't drink a lot of energy drinks. It makes me very gassy. Or belchy, I should say. They went away for a while, and then when they came back, they were so radically redesigned so that they didn't look anything like real guns. Because the original laser tag guns back in the early 80s looked super futuristic, badass, black with a red line down the side. I mean, I had a set. They were awesome.
Okay.
Problem is, back in, I want to say, 84, maybe 85, There was a kid by the name of Leonard in Alta Loma who was playing laser tag in a parking lot with a bunch of friends at the high school. Cops showed up because they got word of people running around. Mm-hmm. Well, cops show up, kid comes around, doesn't know the cops are there, sees a guy, thinks it's a target, turns around, points, fires. There's a flash in the light of these, in the front end of these things.
Okay.
Cop draws, shoots, drops the kid.
So common sense goes out the window. Okay.
Common sense goes out the window. I happen to know the kid because I used to play D&D with him.
Ah, okay.
He was part of my D&D club. Mm-hmm. And so that's the only problem. That's the only thing I get worried about in a situation like that is, yeah, I love the idea. I think it's a hell of a lot of fun. But you better have somebody either watching out for the cops or do it in such a way that you have permission to be there and you let the cops know, hey, between time X and time Y, this is going to be happening. We have permission from the owner. Announce yourself as police.
Yeah, gotcha.
You know?
Let's hope that, if this actually does come to market and someone actually decides to make this whole kit and whatnot, that people will just use common sense. I would totally buy this.
I mean, I'd go someplace like I don't think it's there anymore, but like the old abandoned Marineland facility. I mean, this is like an urban explorer's wet dream. You can have a lot of fun with this, or go out into the desert where some of the old ghost towns are. Not just Calico, but there are other areas out there. Mm-hmm. That would be a hell of a lot of fun.
It would be.
I'd sign up for that.
All right. Well, shall we transition from, let's say, we got hackable laser tag guns to a bit of a hentai figure kind of thing?
It's not hentai.
What you could do with the figure could be considered hentai.
Wait, are you talking about the W or the L?
The W.
Oh, yes, that one's very hentai. Okay,
yes. If you guys haven't seen it online, Revoltech a while back released a Figma from Toy Story Woody, and had a
Creeper Woody,
bunch of different features and facial expressions and whatnot. Special guest appearance with Francis. QB and Jackson in the chat. No. I'm gonna start talking, expanding a little more about figures and whatnot on the show when I can.
Because I do. So. Well, I collect them. I've got a bunch of them right here.
And I just got a new one too. I'll talk about that in a little bit.
Yeah, I hate you for that.
So,
okay,
Woody came out and had a bunch of, let's say, people had fun with interacting or putting Woody with other people in certain situations. Yeah. Great thing about this, they're actually going to re-release Woody. You can get it for about $38 US when it comes out, plus shipping. Let me show a couple pictures. I found these actually on Crunchyroll. So
did you do? Is this of the new one or? Yeah. Did anyone who wants to see? So as you can see, the one on the right is obviously the Creeper version. Do a search in Google Images for Creeper Woody.
I don't have to. I can scroll down.
There is some. Oh, you got him? Yeah. I mean, the possibilities of the stuff you can do with this are. Oh. I want one so bad. I want one of these so damn bad.
So they actually pulled Woody from the shelf for a little bit.
I hadn't seen that one, sorry. I've seen that one.
So because of when all these first came out, Revoltech actually pulled the figure for a little bit, and now it's being re-released. How awesome is this? I can't imagine what's going to happen.
They want it.
So yeah, it's going to be 2850 yen. So current exchange rate, so about $38 US. So when this comes out, I want one. My fiance is not thrilled with the idea of me wanting one because she knows exactly why I want it to do shit like that with. I can see Creeper Woody having fun with your Dolphies.
Yeah. What's really funny is where are they? Are they up here? Where is it? Where is it? Hang on, keep talking.
He's looking at all his different figures. So yeah, there's a ton of stuff you can do.
I'm looking for one of the props for the figures.
Oh, the different props? Okay.
Well, I've got a scale Glock G17
Oh, jeez.
That the slide goes back on. That's scaled to the dolls. So this one right here, she's got her own Glock.
Ah, yes.
So,
Come on, would he be a perfect playmate for her? Yes.
Yeah, no.
All right. So that's coming out, and when it comes out, you guys better get it because it'll be fun. And speaking of stuff that just came out, it finally came. Freaking U.S. Customs held it for 4 days. I was kind of surprised at that. But,
hey, Jason?
Yes? I got a response for that. Tony Takaluka finally showed up.
You suck.
She's absolutely amazing. I was taking a bunch of pictures of her. I will have a full review actually up on the OtakuLife website. A lot of details. A couple of things about it real quick. The hair it's nice because it slowly becomes more transparent as it gets closer to the end. Just the modeling is just perfect. It's spot on to the picture that it was based off of. To those fans of pervy stuff, no, it's not cast offable. But it still looks amazing. I mean, yes, you could take off the lower part of the dress, but okay, so what?
That's not necessarily it's cast offable in that sense, but that doesn't mean much.
Yeah, exactly. One thing I really like about this is the base, and let me take the base off. Here you go. There you go, girl. Is that it's a record, and it actually has grooves, almost like a full vinyl.
I wonder if there's anything actually are they actual? Is it actual concentric grooves or is it just circles?
Just circles. It's not. Yeah. I was like,
If it was actually concentric, I'd be curious.
I was like, I should pull out my record player and see if this actually does something.
Digga, foot stop.
So yeah, I'll have a full review up on the OtakuLife website. But this is the first figure I bought in a while, and it costs a little under $120 US for shipping. And my God, it's so worth it.
The answer is yes. Worth it. There have been a couple of Vocaloid artists who have put their stuff on 45 vinyl.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen 2. I don't remember which songs they were, but they do exist. They're rare.
Now I just need to make sure that I don't continually jump into buying more figures, else I'll get in trouble like I did last time.
Yeah, don't do that.
Yeah, but I couldn't help myself. It's freaking Luca.
Oh, that's my personal favorite too. I mean, you know how I am about that. That's one of the reasons I was giving you the old double year number 1 salute.
I hope you can see this because I'm doing this as hard as I can.
Yes, exactly.
All right, should we jump into some anime news or some video game news?
Pick one. Flip a coin. We're coming up on the hour mark. So
okay. Well, I'll do the video game stuff real quick. We were talking about Jet Set Radio coming back on everything, basically.
Yes.
All the consoles, all the mobile devices, everything. Mm-hmm. It'll be out in September for the PlayStation Network and the Xbox Live. Or Xbox Live Arcade, I should say. Mm-hmm. The portable version will be available October 16th. And they announced the price of it as well. $10, $9.99. Now, here's the thing, though. At that price, I will buy it. But now I have to decide which one I want to buy it on. Do I want to buy it on the PS3 or do I want to buy it on my iPad?
Which one's going to have the easier control scheme to handle?
For me, having a physical controller will always be more preferable over a
and I think you've answered your question.
But given how hot it's been lately, I can't really play the PS3 throughout the day where I can just keep the iPad with me wherever I go. You see my conundrum here.
I comprehend your dilemma. And I think that sucks to be you.
Yeah. Or I can just bypass all of this and just buy it on PC because it'll be available on Steam. Same price, $10. So, Sega fan in the chat, no, this is not available for the Wii. Just Xbox 360.
It's the cost PS3. Of a Costco pizza.
Yes, it is, and more enjoyable than a Costco
doesn't
pizza.
Give you indigestion.
I don't know. If you get pissed off at a boss enough times, maybe.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Well, let's move on to some anime. And I've yet to find a person, and correct me if I'm wrong, that does not like Hellsing, especially Hellsing Ultimate. I can't think of anybody.
I can pretend.
No, you don't.
Hellsing sucks.
Hellsing Ultimate, if you guys
I'm also lying.
All right. Well, Hellsing Ultimate is basically following the manga very, very closely.
Yes.
Now, there's only 10 volumes of the manga. I know. I have it, and it's awesome. I read it pretty often. I reread it a lot. The 10th volume of the OVA, it was announced, and they created a little trailer for it, and it's going to be pretty long. I'm looking forward to this. Let me just go ahead and play it so you guys can see. It's going to be.
Let's just leave this right here.
Just going to play this for a bit, yeah. Pretty blood everywhere.
Sarah gets pissed, and Schrodinger dies again.
Sam Fugu in the chat. I was told I should skip one of the versions, but can't remember which one. Skip the TV.
Yeah. The thing with the TV version is it's good for what it is, but it's not the manga.
No.
And that was the big reason why they did Ultimate. Was Ultimate follows the manga pretty more accurately than most.
Pretty much verbatim.
Almost. And it's far better, a lot darker. Not that the first one wasn't particularly dark, but a lot darker. But also at the same time, it's like, was it one episode more or less equals one volume?
Correct. And there was a lot thrown in there. And of course, it follows more closely to the art style that was in the original manga.
Yeah.
One of the big reasons why the Hellsing TV series decided to go down a different route to end it was that when they were working on the anime, the initial TV anime, the manga wasn't done yet. It was still going. I mean, volume 10.
There's stuff in the TV anime that's not in the manga.
Mm-hmm. So I'm really, really, really looking forward to this. And it's a little longer than normal. The OVA so far have been about 40, 50 minutes long. This one's going to be 67 minutes long, which makes sense considering how much goes on in the final volume.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not going to give spoilers about what happens and whatnot. I'm just going to say beyond epic and oceans of blood.
That's like half of the other episodes, though.
More so than usual. I mean, you have Hellsing, or Integra Hellsing trying to fight herself amongst a bunch of people. You also have Alucard fighting everyone. And by everyone, I mean every single freaking person.
Was it Integra or Ceres?
Well, Ceres, little minor spoiler.
Ceres finally starts coming into her own.
She finally actually drinks blood of her own free will and goes full vampire and goes batshit insane, but looks so badass doing so. Sega fan Hellboy shows up.
That would be an interesting crossover.
But so that's going to come out, later on this year. The only downside to this, we're not going to get it stateside for quite a while. They haven't even caught up, if I'm not mistaken, to what's already been released. Let's see, we're on episode 5, 6 on the stateside, and they're on 7, 8 over in Japan.
On Hellsing Ultimate?
On Hellsing Ultimate.
Yeah, we're only on. I think we're up to 7. 7. Because let's see, last time I was there, they gave me 9.
Yeah, that's right. Because when you went to Japan last, they gave you, the originals on Blu-ray.
Well, they gave me 9 on Blu-ray to view. Okay. But it's as much as I love Japanese, I don't speak it well enough to have been able to follow the entire series. Is the problem?
Gotcha.
I mean, I knew what was going on because I'd read the manga, but I was like,
So when it comes out, hopefully Funimation will get off their ass and get these out a lot faster.
Even if they take a little bit, I mean, because the nice thing about Ultimate is they brought back one of the things, the whole dub sub argument that we've been having off and on. One of the few really, really, really good dubs has been the Hellsing dubs.
True. Crispin Freeman is an excellent Alucard.
Between Crispin Freeman and Taliesin as the director, that's of the dubs, that's like one of my favorites. In fact, I think I would go so far as to say that probably is my favorite dub.
Okay.
Is the Hellsing Ultimate, or the Hellsing dubs, specifically the Hellsing Ultimate dubs.
Yeah, Crispin Freeman definitely plays.
He personifies that.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
insane. Okay, because we're actually running short on time.
We can run late. I don't care.
Okay. Do we want to do the Resident Evil or the Ghibli movie?
Let's do RE.
RE? Oh, okay. Well, Sony Home Pictures Entertainment announced a while back they're making a sequel to Resident Evil, the CG movie. The first one took place in an airport. It had decent graphics, and it was enjoyable for what it was, for me at least.
Kind of weak story-wise, but...
Yeah, true.
I bought it. Doesn't stop me from buying it.
True. Of course, they announced the sequel, which is Resident Evil Damnation. And they they released a new trailer for it. It's pretty short, only 16 seconds long, but you know what? Still looks pretty freaking cool.
Yeah, you don't have time to go make popcorn.
No. So, let's play this. Well, they definitely upped the quality in the production.
Yeah, the CG quality has gone up, and it was already really pretty good. The original, but as is normal with these things, with time comes better quality.
True. And this will be available in both 2D and stereoscopic 3D, at least in Japan, October 27th. Sony Pictures Home Entertainment is actually doing the North American distribution. This will come out,
which means it'll probably be a combo pack.
It'll be on Blu-ray and DVD North America on September 25th. Right,
but I mean, I'm hoping they'll do with this like they did, like Tron did with Legacy.
Oh, a pack in the first one as well?
A packet with, no. Well, that would be cool too. But Blu-ray with 3D, normal, and DVD combo pack.
Yeah, I could see them doing that.
That would be kind of awesome.
I'm sure there's going to be some tie-in for promos as well for the Resident Evil 6 game, as well as the new Resident Evil live-action movie, Retribution. You got to tie all of them in together.
Oh yeah. It's all gonna tie together. It always does.
We'll see how much it costs when it comes out. I can't expect it to cost all that much, but it's still going to be enjoyable. You're not going to look for anything deep. Just going to look for a popcorn flick, in my opinion.
It's Resident Evil. If you're looking for deep in Resident Evil, you got problems.
Come on, Chris Redfield bears his soul, man. No. Okay, fine. I couldn't say that anymore.
Yes, and Albert Wesker is the new Laurence Olivier. Okay. I can't believe I said that with a straight face.
All right. Well, let's talk about a Ghibli film that's coming out. And it's directed by Miyazaki. But not the Miyazaki you're thinking of.
Yes. It's being directed by Bud Miyazaki.
Yes.
He's half Japanese, half Hellbill. No, I'm kidding.
So Studio Ghibli is releasing a new film called From Up on Poppy Hill, and it's going to be directed by Hayao Miyazaki's son, Goro Miyazaki. Now, his last film with Ghibli, no. I mean, it was his directorial debut with Tales from Earthsea. So bad in my opinion, but
which kind of makes me nervous.
Yeah. So
I mean, if he's got dad looking over his shoulder, making sure, I was like, okay, kid, you screwed that one up. You screw this one up.
Well, see, what I'm kind of figuring is that it's not cheap to make an animated feature.
No, it's not.
And he kind of royally screwed up Earthsea, and they're giving him another shot. Who did he beg, and what promises did he make?
Well, it could also, I mean, okay, we're completely into speculation, obviously, sure. But it's entirely possible that, let's be honest, Miyazaki-sensei is not getting any younger. Mm-hmm. And especially with the passing of Ishiguro-sensei recently, that could have been a strong reminder of like, hey, somebody's going to need to take his place at some point. And, maybe he's trying to groom him to follow in his footsteps.
Practice makes perfect, I guess.
Well, not so much practice makes perfect, but it's more like maybe it's a mentorship.
Okay, I can see it that
maybe
way.
He's saying, okay, look, you've got potential here, but if you're going to if you're going to run my show, you're going to run my show my way. Here's your chance. And again, this is all hypothetical. Okay. I could be talking out my ass completely here. Wouldn't be the first time.
We can see what happens. But they actually released a trailer for it, English subtitled, so let's go ahead and play that, and then we'll talk a little more afterwards.
Sounds good.
It has some potential, given the fact that Goro's father, Hayao Miyazaki, actually wrote the script.
Okay, I'm going to say this just to get it out there because I am a bad man. Bad man. No, we're brother and sister. What? Wincest! Oh, sorry. Sorry. I was like, wait a minute. The first thing that popped in my head is, wait, Ghibli did Wincest? What? Okay. Taking that aside, it's going to be interesting because the art style is clearly Ghibli. The Ghibli, whatever. 601. The Japanese actually pronounce it Ghibli, and I hear it don't. The issue, it's going to be interesting because it's not going to be your standard Ghibli piece that I can see. Because Miyazaki's pieces tend to be fantastical. They tend to be very... there's some tropes in Miyazaki films.
True.
Girls flying. Every one of his films has girls flying.
Oh, yeah.
Man against nature always comes up in a Ghibli film. Or excuse me, in a Miyazaki film. In some form or other. So it's going to be curious to see if he inherits any of that.
Well, it could be due to some of the... Because this is an adaptation of a shoujo manga. And the base of the story
is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
It follows a group of Yokohama teens in their quest against a wrecking ball that threatens to destroy the school's clubhouse in preparation for the 1964 Tokyo Olympics.
Yeah, I noticed the 64 and the Olympics things, but this is another one. This is like one of those movie trailers that, they give you the completely different story idea. Because I would never have gathered any of what you just said from that trailer.
Yeah, I had to read the basic synopsis online to figure out what the heck this manga is all about. Forget the dog; she's stupid. But the other thing about this is someone in the chat asking, is Disney going to pick this up? No, actually, a company called G Kids already announced the North American distribution rights. They're going to put it in theaters in North America next March. They're going to prepare a DVD and Blu-ray release. They're actually going to prepare finally a something for the Academy Awards. They actually want to get this prepared for qualification for a possible Oscar.
It's not going to get an Oscar in 2013.
No, I can't imagine.
No. Not because of its quality or anything, but if they're not releasing it till March in the States.
Well,
although it could get best foreign, I suppose. But.
It could possibly. They're actually looking for the November timeframe this year, so possibly, yeah. We'll see what happens. They're only going to plan to do a limited run just for the qualification for the Academy Awards. So I'm guessing maybe one, maybe two theaters in Hollywood they'll actually screen it. If hopefully we can get some tickets for that. But G Kids, they're starting to grab some of the other Ghibli movies non-Hayao Miyazaki related. So it's almost like they're getting the leftovers that Disney didn't want.
I don't know that it's so much the leftovers that Disney didn't want, because I think what I suspect may have happened is that they just, because if you'll notice, all the Disney movies, all the Disney releases of Ghibli films have been the ones that have been Hayao Miyazaki's.
Right.
So it could be that their deal was with Miyazaki, not with Ghibli.
It could have been that, yeah. I don't know the full details.
Or to release Miyazaki-specific films, not Ghibli overall.
It could be, yeah. So we'll see when it comes out, see if it's any good. I'm sure there's probably some Blu-rays you can actually import right now because the film actually came out, I want to say July of last year, July of 2011.
This film?
Yeah.
Interesting.
So
okay.
The fact they're taking that long to bring it over here, who knows what's going to happen with that. Other than that, is there anything else? I can't think of anything else we should bring up in the anime world other than the Madoka thing.
Go tell the Madoka story. Go for it.
So, obviously, with any anime out there,
I check my chats while he's doing this.
So, in any anime out there, there's a ton of tie-ins, either with different products or they come out with their own products. I gotta wonder about this one. And this is a legit thing that's selling in Japan. Madoka Magica Soul Gem bath salts.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, hopefully, or not obviously, hopefully these are not the kind of bath salts that causes cannibalism, but...
Oh,
Score
God.
1 for Jason.
Madoka Magica zombie bath salts.
So if you're a magical girl on the run,
if you want to turn Madoka into High School of the Dead, here's how.
It'll be not only just mommy this time that actually gets no. Yeah. Nice star in the chat goes the small label can cause zombie.
Yeah, warning. Yeah.
So the 2 scents is Miracle, which is raspberry, and Magic, which is lavender.
Ugh.
Who thought that this would be? Never mind. I'm not even going to ask.
Okay, number 1, it's Japan.
Yeah, correct. I should not be surprised. Anything that we think is completely ridiculous should be just added.
Japan likes to come up with unusual things, which is the nice way of saying it.
Repressed country has some very messed up,
It's
things.
weird where they're repressed and where they're not. It's just really bizarre.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, no, it's got. I don't have anything to say about this because number 1, I don't deal with bath salts of either kind.
You could use it. You can sprinkle it lightly on your burger or your steak for an extra added flavor.
Which part of bath salts did you not get?
Apparently,
they're
the
toxic.
concept.
Epsom salts are toxic if you eat them, or at least most bath salts are not good for you.
All right, point taken.
Though the magic just.
All right, well,
it's rapidly going to go downhill.
Yeah. So let's go and before we let's go and wrap up with what we've been watching. Michael, anything so far lately, or
this has been the week of Michael obsessing over animatronics.
I've noticed that.
I have spent this entire week. I went over. There's a company called Back to Disney. One of the things I love about the parks, and that I love about a lot of theme parks, especially the ones that have dark rides, is the animatronics, the show mechanisms that they used to put on the show. That is my big geek. Oh my God, this is frippin' awesome. Well, the company that does most of the control systems for Disney is called Gilderfluke. I got this directly from an Imagineer. So I went to Gilderfluke's website and I'm like, oh, hey. I've been on their mailing list for a while. I'm like, oh, hey, they got videos online. Let's go check them out. So I sat through about 2 hours of Gilderfluke videos of how to hook up their controllers, how their software works, all sorts of fun stuff. I'm like, oh, hey, that's kind of cool. I don't have the money, don't have the space, but what the hell? That led to me going on an animatronics kick on YouTube. There's a lot of shit on YouTube about animatronics.
You went on YouTube, you got sucked in.
Oh, dude, I've spent... The nice thing about my job is, my main job, is there's a lot of downtime because I work the night shift.
Uh-huh.
So if I've got all the emails answered and I'm not answering any calls, my time is largely my own. Another benefit of working from home. So if Amy's in the thing watching, don't tell the boss. So I just went nuts. I did a search for animatronics. I've been watching all sorts of stuff. Like there's footage of when the Lincoln animatronic breaks down. Mm-hmm. There was one episode where the Great Moments with Mr. Lincoln, he's doing a speech. All of a sudden, it looks like he sprung a hydraulics leak. Mm-hmm. So he's talking, he's like da 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 da. And the chair breaks under him. Shit like that. But at the same, there's a lot of how-to stuff on there, and just a lot. I've just been obsessing on that. That's been my obsession this week.
Okay, cool. Me, I decided, I have a couple anime Blu-rays that I bought because they were a really good deal. Funimation had a sale a while
Creeper
ago.
Woody animatronic is a damn good idea. Sorry, go on.
Well, they already have an animatronic Mr. Potato Head, so.
Yeah, that's an interesting bit.
But yeah, so I bought a while ago. Funimation had a sale where they had several anime Blu-rays on sale for like $10 each. It was Tsubasa Reservoir Chronicles seasons 1 and 2, and Eden the East for $10 each. I was like, sure, why not?
I want to borrow Eden of the East because I hear that's really good.
It's fantastic. I'll definitely loan it to you.
Okay.
So I was sitting here going, okay, well, I bought Tsubasa, and I never really watched it before. I read a little bit of the manga here and there. I had some minor interest in it, but not much. It's kind of a series that flew under the radar for me. So I went ahead and decided to watch it. And I said, yeah, I'll marathon it. Why not?
Oh, my God. And you didn't slash your wrists?
The hell is wrong with that series?
It's Clamp. It's freaking Clamp.
Well, not okay.
Beautiful character designs, good stories, but extremely evil women. These women are the most evil women on the planet. They put their characters through living hell.
Here's the
every
thing, though.
series.
I kind of disagree with you on this instance. Tsubasa, the story, if they shrunk it down to a 26-episode series, one season, gone through the whole thing, I think it would have been more entertaining. The anime, because it was dragged out through two 26-episode seasons, plus there's 2 OVAs I haven't seen yet. It's so much filler. The second season has a ridiculous amount of filler that I got so bored I had to literally force myself to get through it. I have a full review coming on the website shortly.
Well, isn't the base story basically it? It's the power of love. It's Sakura and what's his name? Shaoran. Sakura forgets who he is, and Shaoran goes through the whole thing of trying to help her remember him.
An incident happened. Sakura's memories returned to feathers that were split amongst the multitude of dimensions, and
they have to go. Yeah. It's also how to do a crossover with every other Clamp series,
which caught me off guard when I first started watching. I'm like, all right, let's see these new characters. Why the hell am I seeing Chi as a queen? I kind of busted up laughing at that point.
Doesn't Tamahome, or not Tamahome, oh God. Fuma. Aren't the X characters in there too?
There's a couple times the X characters show up. Sumomo from Chobits shows up as a giant, 6-foot tall being who dances all the time.
Oh, God.
These were nice cameos that kind of split up the monotony of the episodes. And the final story arc was so predictable, I caught it in the first 30 seconds and had to suffer through 4 more episodes. The story was just fail. And the thing is, they pulled it in Inuyasha. It doesn't end. They got
they pulled that with Ranma too. Ranma didn't end either. That's not a Clamp title.
No, that's not a Clamp title.
That's a Takahashiism. She just does that.
Yeah, she does that with all her series. Ranma 1/2, Inuyasha, anything. But basically, they pulled a Takahashi in the sense that throughout the 2 seasons, they get, I would say, 20 or 30 feathers, so she can get some of her memories, which pissed me off because
none of them were him.
No, here's the thing though. They had to meet the dimensional witch to get together and actually go through the dimensions. They had to get a little.
Isn't that Haruka? Isn't that Haruka from Holic?
I believe so. I can't remember.
Or Haruka rather.
But the thing was, in order for her to help them, they had to give up something. And for him was, no matter what the memories that she receives back from all these feathers, that he's actually written out of them. So there's scenes where she's remembering, these memories, and she's talking to nothingness. And she goes, oh, I can't remember who that was. It was so important. And I got so pissed at Shaoran, the main character, every single time, because what's stopping you from coming and saying, that was me? You don't remember right now, but that was me. I love you. I'm doing this for you. He pissed me off. He pissed me off more than Shinji did.
The concept, I think there's a concept known as courtly love.
Okay.
Not Courtney love, as in.
I was going to say, wait a minute.
Courtly, L-Y, courtly love. It unrequited love. Leave Shinji alone. That's funny.
Yeah.
I tried to watch. I tried to watch Tsubasa. I couldn't do it, dude. You went farther. You marathoned it.
I marathoned it.
You get points for marathoning it, but you also
copious amounts of alcohol was needed.
Oh my god, you're a fool.
I am, but now hey, I'm not gonna say I bought the series. I might as well watch it. Now I watch it, and I'll never freaking do that again.
Now you can say you've wasted 26 hours of your life.
Don't remind me.
Now you can say you've wasted 26 hours of your life.
Son of a bitch. I hate you. It got to the point where I would stop watching an episode just to walk away and watch something good to cleanse the palate.
To cleanse the palate. Yeah, a situation like that, Tosh.0 would cleanse the palate.
Which actually did sometimes. So that's what I've been doing, and pray to God I never had to go through that again.
They did a marathon the other day, yesterday actually. Mm-hmm. So they did a marathon of Tron Uprising.
I caught the last 3 episodes of that.
Where are the new episodes? Because there's more to this series.
They're stretching it out. I know they're probably already produced, sitting on a hard drive somewhere.
They're probably done.
Yeah,
it's. If I have to watch Paige fall off that island one more time, I'm gonna kill some. I mean, don't get me wrong. I like seeing Cora do a guest shot, which was nice. But God damn it! Come on, guys. I've seen these episodes.
Sega fan in the chat goes, put the DVDs on eBay to fund this show. I would normally do that, with the exception of there are people who have this as well. You must have something in your collection, whether it be anime, live action, whatnot, that is so bad that you have to show your friends when they don't believe you.
By the way, that reminds me, I need to hook up with you and show you Meet the Feebles.
Okay, sure, why not?
One of Peter Jackson's first movies.
Oh, God.
So bad. It's a Muppet snuff film.
Okay, now I see this. XJC14 next on Hoarders. Oh, God, no.
Yeah. Yeah, no.
That's why I have Crunchyroll and Funimation and sometimes Viz.
Actually, I can think of something that's worse than Reservoir Chronicles. Here Comes Honey Boo Boo.
The hell is that?
Did you hear about the kid who was originally on Toddlers and Tiaras? It's a reality TV show.
I haven't had TV for years until about 2 months ago.
I watched The Soup because I don't like 99% of reality TV, but if I watch The Soup, they'll grab the funny bits and snark on them heavily.
Okay.
That's the only reason I know as much about Keeping Up with the Kardashians as much as I do.
Okay.
It's because I watch The Soup. But there's this kid named Honey Boo Boo who is this train wreck. Oh my God, it's a train wreck. It was so bad, they gave her own series. This is like an 8-9-year-old kid who's a pageant kid.
And what channel is
And
this
she's
on?
a hick. She's a total hick. Oh, it's horrible. It's a train wreck.
What channel is this on?
I don't know. I heard it was coming and I deliberately avoided it, but The Soup made fun of it, so it was kind of funny.
Why? And again, I lose my faith in humanity.
No. Reality TV's ruined my belief in a lot of things. But
all right. Well, it's been a long episode, but a fun episode. You have anything to wrap up with, or? Because I already did my rant, and I can go on even longer if I needed to, but no.
Thank God the Olympics are over, so the NBC will stop fucking them up.
That'll never happen.
I went through the entire show and I've only sworn 4 times. How's that for a record?
Quick, get it all out at once. Go, go, go. No.
Yeah, really. Pull a Courtney. Bleep, 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 bleep.
I just realized I didn't edit last week's show on YouTube. I just put it up raw.
Yeah, I saw that. No, the only thing I've been doing a bit of 3D stuff too. But I'm not advertising that here because there's a lot of H stuff there too. So no, not H as an etchy, just no. See, other than that, nothing really coming up, man.
Yeah, I can't think of anything else.
I'm waiting to finalize stuff with the one show and just working.
All right. Well, if that's the case, everybody, thank you very much for joining us for this another episode of From My Mother's Basement. The show we put up on YouTube in a couple days, and of course we're here every Friday unless we say otherwise.
And it will be downloadable too.
It will be downloadable on the website.
I raped the site this week. I pulled down all the episodes.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, that way it's archived on my thing too.
Nice. So, Fugu, glad the show went on for an extra half hour since I missed the first half. Yeah, you came in a little bit late.
Yeah. Oh, Counter-Strike, Guild Wars 2 this month. Yeah, but I don't think either of us is going to be buying it because I don't have the money.
I'll play Counter-Strike.
I played the beta
instead, but
okay. In defense, in its favor, Guild Wars 2 is pretty.
All right.
I did one weekend of the beta. It is very pretty. I may actually get it. I may actually play it. Is it going to draw me away from WoW? No. Kidding me? Frickin' pandas next month. I am so there. Actually, I'm looking forward to the pandas and the monks. But, they released a new trailer for FF14. It's a re-edit of the first trailer.
Exactly. They show no gameplay whatsoever.
Nothing new.
I was like, why? You're not helping your case here, Squeenix.
Yeah, no. I was watching it, and it reminds me of what's that damn show? Mortal Kombat. Mm-hmm. Not in the fighting sense or anything, but all the heroes of the universe must come together. Like, really? Really? Oh God. Okay.
All right.
Didn't we learn from DC versus Mortal Kombat? That sucks. Which, by the way, they're releasing Injustice soon.
Oh, okay.
That's going to be... It's basically Mortal Kombat with just DC superheroes. Yeah. Look it up online. It's actually got potential. It's got potential. It's probably going to suck. But it's got some pretty cool stuff in it. You've got Solomon Grundy's in it. Superman's in it. Flash is in it. All the major DC superheroes. Multi-levels. It's literally... It's the same team that did... It's the team that did Mortal Kombat.
I'll believe it when I play it.
Look it up online. It's actually looks pretty cool.
All right, I will. All right, so let's go ahead and wrap this up. So thank you very much for joining everybody From My Mother's Basement. I'm Jason.
And I am Michael.
And we will see you next week.
Bye.